Thank you, Mr Allen, and thank you to our interpreter. I would now call Jenni Minto. 4 minutes, please.
Thank you. Fescar me. Hami a fúrach aun an ile, agus hami ag jonsachach Gaelic. Ronam seo vami ag oper aun an Ron Gaelic a VBC, arson fesca fichit blione. I welcome this opportunity to speak in this debate on the National Gaelic Language Plan and thank my colleague Alistair Allen for tabling this motion. My constituency, Argyll and Bute, land of the Gaels, has the motto of Chase Air Cor, maintain our rights. And this is exactly what I believe the National Gaelic Language Plan and forthcoming Scottish language bills should be doing. I grew up on the east coast of Scotland and was introduced to Gaelic by my hill-climbing father. Dreesh, my first Monroe, the thorn bush or bramble, Cairngorm, the blue cairn, Bennyhone, the mossy hill. Neither of us had Gaelic, but the descriptive names of the hills and mountains we climbed embedded in me a connection of landscape and language. Cheer is Chenga, a programme which my colleague Alistair starred in, if I remember correctly. Throughout my almost 20 years at BBC Scotland, the constant thread was Gaelic. I supported Gaelic programme makers as they created a wealth of output for the audience, for example, Jainish, Yorpa, Cynnic and Mod. Programmes on radio and on television, giving Gaels of all ages a voice and giving Scotland programmes from a Gaeltacht perspective. What I learnt while at BBC Scotland, and even more so now living on Islay, is the rich array of Gaelic dialects across Scotland. Islay is famous for its good whisky, or Ushkebea me, whereas on Lewis it would be Ushkebea ma. On Islay, A is E, and this is the same in other areas of the Gaeltacht. Mainland Argyll Gaelic is different again, but with similarities to Islay Gaelic. Bheal Hainch was a fantastic series that celebrated the variations across the Gaeltacht, and these differences should be invested in, retained and supported. The motion notes that Gaelic is in a precarious position in vernacular communities across Scotland, and it is. In my home village of Port Skiba or Port Charlotte, very few houses in the old village are occupied as permanent homes. I know a number of young people who have moved away because of the difficulty of getting onto the housing ladder. Mull and Iona Community Trust have just built 2 family homes which were hugely oversubscribed. And the Oban Times recently had a prominent article on the difficulty of local people or incoming key workers being able to acquire property, whereas Glasgow, as Alistair was saying, is looking at opening a 3rd and 4th Gaelic school. The Gaelic school in Inverness is full to capacity, and Edinburgh is consulting on a new dedicated Gaelic school. No matter how much valuable work Bordna Gaelic do, they are working in an economic climate which sadly drives out young Gaels to the cities. It could be described as the economic clearances. But here we have an opportunity to use Gaelic and other Scots languages as economic stimulus. Give our wealth of languages and dialects the Scotland the brand treatment to encourage folk to learn and use them, so not only eat local, but speak local. Schools across Argyll and Bute are providing pathways for learners and fluent speakers, and we need to encourage primary schools to teach Gaelic and connect the older generations with the younger ones, using language as the glue. Gaelic is one of Scotland's natural resources, and the 2016 Visit Scotland Visitors Survey found that with no prior promotion, 34% of responders felt that Gaelic as a national language enhanced their visit to Scotland. And so Visit Scotland has built on this lure of language from visitors and launched its first Gaelic toolkit to help tourist businesses develop their Gaelic offering. Presiding Officer, I look forward to working with communities and other organisations to shape the next National Gaelic Language Plan to ensure solutions across na Gaeltacht, is na Nílan are found to maintain the land, the language and the people. Cheer is Chenga is Dunya. Thank you.